The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew.
Glory to you, O Lord.
Jesus said to the disciples, "The kingdom of heaven is like a net thrown into the sea, which collects fish of every kind. When it is full, they haul it ashore and sit down to put what is good into buckets, and what is bad they throw away. Thus it will be at the end of the age. The angels will go out and separate the wicked from the righteous and throw them into the fiery furnace, where there will be wailing and grinding of teeth." Do you understand these things? They answered, "Yes." And he replied, "Then every scribe who has been instructed in the kingdom of heaven is like the head of a household who brings from his storeroom both the new and the old." When Jesus finished these parables, he went away from there. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
What is the message of this very contrasting and seemingly almost contradictory readings that the church has spared for us today? In the first reading, you get the idea that God can do whatever he wants. Some people he favors, and he grants them this amazing amount of grace, love for their families, the wisdom to follow the rules, the wisdom to do the right for others, to have the wish, the desire, the deep-seated thirst to do for others and to imitate Christ in being a person for others. Now, the rest of all poor mortals like me, we have to fight every day to do the right thing, because the little devil on my, can't you see him? Stop. Keeps telling me, don't do what Father says. Don't say, jump. Never say, how high. Always say, why. That's kind of an intelligent thing to do. And then in the Gospel, we have the consequences of not doing the right thing. And for the people who have a little devil perhaps on both shoulders, not just one, that's a good thing. Because we see this idea that, there are going to be consequences to your actions eternally. And for the people like me who have little devils all over the place, that's a good thing, because it says, you better believe it's in the Gospel. Thus, the purpose of this message is to help those people who are not equally graced as the others to do the right thing. God approaches people the way they are, and he tries to save them all. So what are we to do? And I think the message is to ask for grace. How do I ask for grace? Well, I'm here. He told me to be here. I have a conference call at 8 o'clock that I'm missing. But, maybe that will be a credit to my future account when I had to settle the accounts. But that's okay, because I love being here. Because here together we help each other to ask God for grace, and grace is a transforming thing. The challenge, what I want you to do, is to discern how the patterns of your life, your habits, your routines lead you to ask God for grace. Jesus had the unique quality of seeing the potential in people. He was a true leader. That's what leaders do. They transform people by calling them to do more than they could ask or imagine. So here we have these fishermen who became apostles. Here we have these people who gave their life for something so wonderful, for an inner presence so overwhelming, so filled with goodness and love that they could not say no. Jump, they said, how high? They didn't ask why. They just followed with all their hearts. And, you know, I cannot but say that today's saint is a very great saint indeed. There are two famous preachers in the ancient church. One is just Chrysostom, Bishop of Constantinople, in the year 407. And this guy is from Aquileia in northern Italy, close to Venice. Pretty close to that time, 430 or so. And he was trained to be a preacher. And his training was really a reading of the scriptures. He had these amazing recollections. But the difference between the two, you're going to love this, Father, is that John Chrysostom preached for 2.5 hours in the church of Constantinople, in the cathedral. And he was so amazing that people would cry, they would applaud, they would laugh, they would beat their breasts. It was so moving, so the word Chrysostom, golden, Chrysos, mouth, golden mouth. And here we have an Italian guy who has received a Greek nickname, Chrysologos, golden word, Chrysologos. And I think how necessary it is, not just for us on this side of whatever the altar rail is, to preach, but for each of us to preach, to take our commitment as baptized, priest, prophet, king, seriously. You have a lot to say. I wish that I could teach every one of you to preach. And yes, St. Francis said, well, preach only if you need to speak words, but dude, this is the 21st century. We need to communicate the richness of our faith. And the richness of our faith is in the Fathers. They can say it better than anybody. I kind of like Chrysologus. How does a speck like me discover Chrysologus? It's called the breviary. It's on the internet. It's on your phone. And if you look at those second readings, the list, there is Peter Chrysologus. And when you read some of the homilies that have made it into the book, you gotta be good to make the book of the Liturgy of the Hours, that is. You will be blown away. He has this amazing technique of letting Christ speak for himself. And just by reading what he wrote, you say, wow, that's how you do it. You let Christ speak for himself as he speaks to us today with a welcoming message that says, I want you to be a good fish. I love you. I know you personally, individually, and I want to spend eternity with you. Amen.
Amen.